Everybody has a wealth thermostat. What's yours set at? 30K, 60K, 100K, 180K? Wherever yours is set at, we can show you how to reprogram it and set it right where you want. Here, here, here. You ever have the feeling that there's a glass ceiling, that no matter how hard you try, you can't get past a certain level of wealth or income? That's your wealth thermostat. Think about it like this. You have a thermostat in your house. It's set to, let's say, 72. If it gets hot and the temperature gets up to 80, the AC kicks in and brings it back down to 72. Likewise, if it gets too cold, then the heat kicks on and brings it up to 72. That's exactly how your nervous system is, except with money. You're comfortable having a certain amount, not too much more, not too much less. It tries to keep you in a certain range. Why? Because that's where your nervous system is comfortable. But what determines where your thermostat is set at? Is it how smart you are? Is it how hard you work? Is it where you went to school? No, it's what you believe you're worth. Is it what you consciously believe you're worth? No. It's what you subconsciously believe you're worth. On the surface, you may think that you're worth $1 million, but underneath subconsciously, you may feel like you're not worth very much. It's what your subconscious believes that determines how much wealth you accumulate, how much money you bring in, how much abundance you allow in your life. If you want to know what your subconscious believes, just look at your life. It's always showing you what you believe you're worth. So, what set your thermostat originally? In one word, trauma. In many words, you are unconsciously trying to recreate the environment of your childhood now, today, because that's what you know and that's what you're used to. If your life was a struggle growing up, then one way to create that same sense of struggle in your life is to not earn enough money and feel like you're always behind, always struggling. Why does your nervous system want struggle? Because that's what you knew as a kid. That's what you're comfortable with. That's what you survived. Your system knows how to survive struggle. Something new and different out there, you may not be able to survive it. So your nervous system, trying to protect you, says, struggle, got it. That I can do. Or perhaps your parents didn't pay enough attention to you when you were a kid. And that little child mind of yours said, I'm not worth it. I'm not worth spending time with. So now as an adult, when it comes time to go out into the world and earn, there's this deeply held belief, I'm not worth it. That's how these things get created. So now when you go out into the world to try to earn money, there's this deeply held belief, I'm not worth it. And that creates your reality. It sets your thermostat. So how do we recalibrate, reset, and reprogram your thermostat? First, we need to get in contact with that part in you, that wounded child part that feels like it's not worth it or feels like it has to struggle. It's holding on to that belief because that's all it knows. Your childhood is not over. That wounded child that got wounded all the way back then has been running and controlling your life this whole time and has been setting you up for this misery, for this struggle. And so we have to get in there with it, and we have to start to become sensitive to it and become attuned to it and start to bring our consciousness to it. We need to start being with it. And how do you be with a feeling? Well, first you set aside some time and you sit there with it and you get in touch with that pain of what it feels like to feel like you don't deserve. And then it's a little bit like if you found a kid and they skinned their knee and they're sitting on a park bench, if you just sat next to them and were just present with them, that's the kind of attitude that you want to bring to this part. You want to just sit there. You don't want to try to take their feelings away or talk them out of their feelings. You just want to bring this loving consciousness to it. It's a little bit like when you get a cut and you take a Band-Aid and you put it on your arm and you come back in a week. You don't go, look, I fixed it. I solved it. No, it's like something else did. It's kind of the same thing here. Your job is not to fix and solve the pain of this wounded part of yourself. Your job is to be present. And then in the same way, the universe comes in and it heals this pain. And the best way to do that is by consistently doing this every day. I usually recommend that people spend 5 minutes a day with that wounded part and you can watch it over time start to go down. So start to make a habit out of showing up for yourself every day and spending time with this wounded part. And you will watch it over the course of a month or two dissolve to where that part is no longer that wounded animal because it's been getting your love and attention. It's been healing its childhood. And now, because it's getting that attention, it naturally starts to feel like it's worth more. And then you start to get different results out in the world. So, are you interested in changing your wealth thermostat setting? If you are, go down in the comments below and put a fire emoji next to your name to let everybody know that you are willing and ready to change your money consciousness, to change your vibration. And if you're really interested in changing your wealth equation, there's a link below to my free community called Unblock Your Brilliance. This Monday, April 21st, we're beginning a 5-day personal branding challenge. This is so important for you to learn how to talk about yourself when you're marketing you, yourself, your business. And then also, there's a ton of 5-day challenges we've done in the past, from building habits to developing your intuition to finding your purpose. So go check it out. There are links below. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.